Welcome to the Ask Empowered by Eating show. Welcome to the Ask Empowered by Eating show. This is a very special episode for people who are coming towards Christmas Day, maybe a birthday, maybe Thanksgiving, or maybe even a meal out with friends. And of course, maybe that holiday season is approaching. Statistics show us that 6,000 calories might be consumed on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving. It's quite bad, hey? But what does that mean? Of course, it simply means fat gain, and we can't do anything about that. Science will dictate that if we eat more calories than we need, we'll gain fat. But what can we do about it without feeling restricted, without feeling naughty, and without feeling guilty, and without being antisocial? I mean, when you think about it, after years and years of working with people, studying their behaviour in regards to their dietary habits, it would take a complete idiot if I couldn't come up with a strategy to help them learn how to stick to a diet in the long term, right? And not accidentally fall into that binge eating cycle. Couple that with the team that we've got here at Empowered by Eating, we really do have a win-win situation. And what we've done is we've come up with 10 tips taken from our strategies and a few other little things that are going to help you out. So normally when you get a list of 10 on the internet, the most important goes last so to keep you engaged all the way through it. But I know in case you get distracted and someone texts you, WhatsApps you, Snapchats you, Instagram messages you, Facebook messages you, maybe you get an email, maybe someone Skype messages you, or maybe someone stalks you on LinkedIn and you get the notification and you get distracted and you turn off the video, or God forbid, someone called you. What I'm going to do first is give you the most important tip first. And this most important tip is going to help you learn how to not gain too much fat at Christmas, during Thanksgiving if you're over in America, and while making sure you've still got a good life. Number one, and the most important tip from Empowered by Eating, is not to do a fad diet before Christmas or your holiday or something like that. What is a fad diet? Basically, a fad diet is something that you can't stick to in the long term, something extreme and something that makes you want to lose weight quickly. If you're doing one of them, it's bad. Why? Firstly, it's going to affect your metabolism. But what does this mean? There's all kinds of sciencey stuff happening here. That's our job to understand it, and my job to just give you it in a normal language. It basically means you do the fad diet, and when you finish doing the fad diet at birthday or Christmas or Thanksgiving or the holiday, you gain more fat. Usually, this is from the science and the studies, usually before you started the fad diet. So, as we can see, it's a bad idea. Secondly, psychologically, after doing a fad diet, which is usually really low calorie and very extreme and very restrictive, you're more likely to accidentally consume too much and binge eat after that. And when that comes towards Christmas or a holiday, that really isn't a good idea. Especially in this day and age when there's so many calories everywhere that we can accidentally overconsume thousands and thousands of calories in a few minutes. So that's number one over. You can switch off and check your notifications now, or you can carry on for number two. What you can do, however, is do a proper fat loss phase before Christmas and drop a little bit of body fat before the Christmas period or the holiday period comes. But making sure you've got them calories in that just right area. We talk about this on all of our videos all the time. It's got to be in that just right area. Too low isn't good. Too low is going to affect your metabolism, do all kinds of unhealthy things to your body, and we don't want that. I mean, it's going to make you moody, it's going to make you unhappy. So being in that too low area isn't good for sustainable weight loss, for weight loss that you can stick to. So what do we do? Are you going to guess the foods that you should be eating and the calories? You could do, but it wouldn't be a good idea when we're in 2016 at the time of recording this video. I hope this stays on the internet forever. But as of 2016, we have awesome technology which can help us. And there are some very easy methods available. One of which happens to be on our website, which costs £1 to test drive it for the first month, where you can learn a lot of these strategies I'm going to tell you in this video. So don't look at the notifications, keep listening. It's worked for so many people already, and if you're ready to learn the system, it's there for you. It's a step-by-step guide. It's backed by science. It's backed by evidence, but explained in a really easy to understand manner. So we talk about this within the system. It's about a 1% loss per week is a good idea for fat loss that you can actually stick to without actually putting the weight back on. Because a lot of us want to lose weight, but we don't think about what happens afterwards. And that's what we tackle within the course on the members area. So that's a very simple number two. Drop some body fat before the holiday or the Christmas period, but in that just right calorie area so you don't get the psychological issues attached with OTT weight loss, and you don't get the metabolic issues attached with weight loss being too quick as well. We're looking at 1%. So that is number 2 over. I hope none of them notifications have distracted you. Let's go to number 3. In the UK, it's Christmas. It's cold. So spend some time in bed with your partner, not sleeping. This will burn some more calories. That's number 3. Number 4, balance during the Christmas or the holiday period. Let's say you go on holiday to somewhere beautiful and you've got a 2-week period. Let's say you go and look at Christmas or Thanksgiving and you might have a 2-week period again. Let's find balance during this time. You're going to probably attend parties, you're going to probably attend family gatherings where you might end up eating more food than you normally would. You're going to have a lot of alcohol to hand, maybe a lot of cocktails, maybe some champagne, maybe some mulled wine and things like that. The idea is to find balance. So what I'm not saying is don't consume anything bad, whatever bad may be. What I am suggesting is not to restrict yourself during this time and the lead up to it. If you're not in a restrictive mindset and you're doing things that's appropriate, you're less likely to have missed them foods that you love or missed the alcohol that you like to consume. And then what happens is, because you're not missing them, you're potentially not going to binge out or overconsume. What we can do in this period, so we can have some of them foods that are to hand without worrying about it too much, is we can food switch and find that balanced life during the holiday or the Christmas period. In fact, in life in general, we could switch our foods to make sure that we're not over consuming on things. But anyway, we're going to go through a little bit of a naughty and nice list. So naughty being the quite high calorie food, nice list being the food that's nice to consume but it's not so high calorie, and you can still fit it in during this time. So what you might find is a glass of mulled wine. Could be about 250 calories. You could swap it for a glass of Prosecco or a glass of champagne, which might be 130 calories. And if you're in the UK, there's a new one called Skinny Prosecco. You can get that. I think it's even lower calories. Might save you about 120 calories. Win-win. From the naughty list, them little cocktail sausages. They can go down so quick, hey? And they're lovely. Do that 4 times and you might be at 260 calories. What you could do is swap it for our nice list. You could swap it for 4 mini chicken skewers. Around about 100 calories. And you're going to save 160 calories. Win-win. Naughty list. Someone comes around with a piece of Christmas cake. Super high calorie. Super high calorie, in fact. What we could do is swap it for a chocolate log and have the same size slice, and you could save 150 calories. Win-win, still tastes nice, you're still consuming normal foods during the Christmas period. So you forgot to get your Christmas presents or you forgot to get your holiday clothes and you're out and about and you decide to get a coffee. And you decide to call into the coffee shop and you get a grande latte with whole milk, some whipped cream on the top. That could easily top up to 320 calories. Let's put that on the naughty list. Let's take it from the nice list and swap it for a grande ginger latte with non-fat milk and no whipped cream. Add some sweetener and we've got 120 calories. We could save 200 calories while we're shopping. Win-win. Other things you could do. You could swap the meat gravy for packet gravy, maybe save some calories there. When you're in the buffet, you could do things like go for the lower calorie option that you'll naturally go to. You could swap crisps instead of peanuts. So that's number 4 over. Are you still with me, or did your notifications distract you? Hope not. We're going to go on to number 5 now. Number 5, overconsume on high fiber foods like fruit and veg. Usually these are big in volume and will fill you up. And of course, they'll give you micronutrients so you don't get sick during that holiday or the Christmas period. Win-win. So sticking with the theme of balance, this will help you be balanced for a number of reasons. When we're thinking about this balanced situation and you've got health being one side and not being so healthy the other, during this Christmas period or this holiday period, we might be swaying towards the unhealthy side, which is going to potentially cause sickness and things like that, and we don't want that. So what we can do is counteract that by over-consuming on fruit and veg to hopefully balance out this time or this period. So for example, you've got a family party you're about to go to or a big night out while you're on holiday. Before you leave, what you could do, because there's going to be all kinds of foods to consume or drinks to consume that are high in calorie and potentially not going to be very good for your health, what you can do just before you leave, get a blender, throw in loads of cucumber, throw in loads of courgette, throw in some pineapple, throw in some spinach, put a yogurt on the top, add some sweetener, add some fruit juice, maybe add a little bit of oats to make it a bit thicker, Hey presto, we have a super filling shake full of goodness. It's going to help balance out that unhealthy to healthy ratio. And guess what? It's going to make you consume less when you're at the party. So you can then just freely take some of the stuff off the buffet using some of them tips above. Win-win situation. That's number 5 over. If you're still with me, we're going to move to number 6. Do some extra activity. It could mean spending some extra time in the bedroom with your partner, not sleeping, or it could mean walking or climbing or swimming or whatever exercise you like to do. It doesn't have to be the traditional cardio type stuff. It can be something fun, something that you can achieve, something that you can do with your family and friends during this festive period or holiday. If you're on holiday, you could swim every day, right? Number 6, done. Be more active. Let's go to number 7, calorie cycling. This is number 7. They're all important really. This one is pretty good as well. So again, the course on our website, which you can learn for £1, it will help you learn very quickly the right amount of calories you should be consuming for your body. Then it's got methods and strategies within there to teach you how to know how many calories you're eating on a daily basis, which might take you 5 minutes. So I'm going to presume you're doing that already and move on and show you how you can do this during the festive period or your holiday. Are you ready? What does calorie cycling mean? It doesn't mean get on your bike and cycle your calories. It means cycle during this period of high days and low days. Okay? So the days where you haven't got a family party, for example, not Christmas Day, not Christmas Eve, okay, or not Boxing Day, or not the beginning of your holiday, what you're going to do is you're going to consume less during the other days. You're going to kind of bank your calories up, ready for them days. And in essence, over the entire week, you could balance out quite well. I don't recommend this all year round, but during the festive period or a holiday, I do recommend it. Because what's happening during them low calorie days, maybe you take it down to 50%. What there is, in fact, is in the description or in the comments, there's a link through to our website where Dean has put together a nice table for you to kind of follow. We've given an example. It gives percentages and quite a really simple structure to follow. But what happens is on them low calorie days, you're potentially losing muscle, you're potentially affecting your metabolism. On the higher days, you're counteracting. So I don't recommend it all year round, but during the festive period, it's a really good idea. So in essence, number 7 is cycle your calories over the whole entire week or 2-week period. So it's up and down, but over the whole time, you might be consuming around about the right amount of calories, and you might mitigate gaining too much fat during that time. Win-win again. If you're still with me and your notifications haven't cut you off, let's get over to number 8. Number 8 is where I tell you don't wait till January to start your new healthy lifestyle and fall off the bandwagon by the end of January. What I suggest is, that could be just before your holiday as well, so don't do something before your holiday and then give up afterwards. What I'm going to suggest is, again, go over to our website, spend £1 where 50p goes to charity, spend £1, test out our website, learn the content there in the first month. It's taken us about 4,000 hours to put together that first level, by the way, in a really simple, understand manner. Go through it and make sure you're not doing an unhealthy fad diet. Please don't do another unhealthy fad diet. Number 9, like this, don't be too extreme. Try to find that balanced life. We tend to live in this lifestyle where we underconsume and then we binge eat. We call it a yo-yo diet. Not good for your health, not good for your mood, not good for anything. As a society, we tend to binge drink, take drugs, and then go teetotal. Then we wonder why, as a society, we're getting sicker and sicker. Both mentally and physically, by the way. We then tend to eat 100% clean, all vegetables, all good for us. Then we accidentally fall off the bandwagon and binge eat. Again, not balanced, not good for us. Then we start the gym in January and we give up before the end. As a society, this is the majority of people. And then we start yoga and go once. So number 9 is try to find a balance of life where you're always happy and you're not going off and on different things. Do something you can stick to for the long term. And last but not least, number 10, which could be important for the whole of your life, not just this festive period. Because you'll be consuming lots of salty foods, because you probably might be consuming a lot of alcohol, it's a good idea to stay hydrated. We can all agree. So the science and the evidence suggests that we should stay around about over 2.8 litres per day of water or liquids. I personally need around about 6 litres per day because I'm very active, and that's optimal for me. And if I'm not around about 6 litres per day, I just feel a little bit rubbish. So number 10, stay hydrated. So thanks for staying tuned in. That's the end of the 10 tips. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and maybe you can help other people that might read your idea of what might be added to this list of 10. Maybe next time I'll do more of an intensive list for something else. Help others by adding your tips below. And if you know anybody that's just about to go on holiday, or anyone that does diets during the festive period or is restrictive, click the share button. Send this over to us. I'd love to see your comments in the bottom. Thank you very much.